Assalamualaikum. So when a building goes up, engineers and designers work hard who stand the test of time, but not in today's world. Going for greenery future, it is the whole new branch of civil engineering with new challenges. Communities around the world are currently faced with numerous environmental challenges, from air pollution to greenhouse effects. Many of these challenges stem contributed by the building of the cities and expanding of infrastructure. Recently, an array of solutions to this problem are being developed and implemented by the civil engineers and architects around the world. So we set off to make a documentary about the greenery future by the civil engineers, including the initiatives that had been used by cities today. So engineers are trying to create and strive for a more sustainable and environmental friendly buildings and infrastructures. They will make with the potential to make a change which would set us towards a living that sticks with nature.
The struggle for a greenery future on the earth will be lost in our cities, and in the 50 years, we expect a doubling of the urban population. That also implies there will be doubling of urban infrastructure. So there's a very slim opportunity to get things right. Without the planning for the greenery future today, the people in future will be locked into resource inefficient and fossil fuel dependent infrastructure. Large portions of investment are being put at stake to boost the infrastructures and buildings in the countries. It's very critical for those investments are being made in a resilient way. So we are going to look how are the leading green cities around the world respond to the critical challenges as well as in the context of Malaysia.
Forest, wetland, and ocean are known as the three major ecosystems in the world, accounting for 1/3 of the Earth's surface. As the world population continues to grow, cities around the world are growing rapidly and will encounter a huge rise in the number of people. The majority of this development is not being done sustainable and showing no mercy to our planet's resource. At the beginning of the 20th century, there were about 50 million kilometers square of forest on the Earth. However, this figure now has reduced to less than 40 million kilometers square. During the past 25 years, the human race has lost 1.3 million kilometers square of forest, which is the size of South Africa. Fortunately, there are some cities which show us hope and leading new ways in which development can also be made sustainable. And the concept is known as green building. Green building is a kind of construction of new buildings based on the concept of environmental protection and without destroying the basic ecology of the environment. Usually, these green buildings will rely on natural resources to generate electric energy, including solar and wind energy, to achieve the goal of pollution-free. Although the cost of green buildings is not low, but it's able to bring up unexpected benefits. For example, the large area of green plants helps to absorb tons of carbon dioxide and convert it into tons of oxygen at the same time. Thereby, the problem of the air pollution at that area will be well treated and the environmental quality will be improved. Terry Fields, the former CEO of the World Green Building Council, said, "Building and construction are responsible for 39% of all carbon emission in the world." In my opinion, I think that the development of future cities should focus more on how to promote environment sustainable and protection. Architects, engineers, or even construction companies should try to create such green buildings in the future. Therefore, the engineers in the future need to be more familiar in applying renewable energy systems in construction development and also the green building concept. Besides that, we must also thanks to the efforts of all civil engineers because many cities have successfully moved towards environmentally friendly buildings under their leadership.
Engineering is a profession in which scientific knowledge, mathematics and experimented with that give benefit to mankind and society. In this documentary, we will see how the Greenery building give effect to the society. As we can see in Shanghai Tower, Gensler architecture reflect their knowledge of how people and organizations use and experience with the place and space. They work collaboratively with clients, communities and end users to create the building. These are the innovative sky gardens that set the building apart from any high-rise building. From a sustainability standpoint, Shanghai Tower employs a number of different strategies to save energy, including water conservation practice and integrated landscaping. Gensler design team anticipated that three key strategies, which is the lower asymmetrical form, its tapering profile and its rounded corner. It will allow the building to withstand the typhoon force wind that are common in Shanghai. It is for the safety of the community at the place. Second is the Across Fukuoka Prefecture International Hall in Japan. It is now 70 years after the war in Japan, and engineering now focus on how can improve society, develop industry, be wealthy and make the country safe. Japan has experienced so many natural disasters, example the Great East Japan earthquake and tsunami that happened in March 2011, and also nuclear disaster. This makes people pay attention to how engineering should contribute to society and to develop moving forward. As we can see, the project across Fukuoka Prefecture International Hall in Japan that was born of limited option and ingenuity. Fukuoka residents were livid about losing their last public green space in the center of town. So architect Emilio Ambas conjured up a compromise by bringing the public green space upward. This shows to us how the engineering play a role and really important to the society. The Across building was constructed on the last remaining green space in the city center. It creates a design to preserve the green space as much as possible while still fitting in a large office building. A green roof reduces the energy consumption of a building because it keeps the temperature inside more constant and comfortable. Green roof also capture rainwater runoff and support the life of insects and birds. Third is the Bullitt Center in Washington, USA. The responsibility to build sustainable green building design and construction is becoming more of a common practice in mixed-use and commercial construction. Green building goes beyond just installing solar panels and requires using a whole building approach to provide greener solution to normal building process that conserve water, save energy and provide cleaner indoor air. 5 of the green systems that are being utilized in building engineering are radiant floor, grey water recycling, solar power, geothermal system and energy efficient window system. This system working together can achieve an owner energy and water conservation goal while also reducing utility bills. Sustainable building creates a win for the environment, the building owner and its occupant. So the conclusion that can be made from this is an engineer are working with communities and clients to deliver sustainable solution in social, economic and environmental problems require a diverse set of engineering skills. As we know, creativity is the key to finding inspiration for new engineering design and solution within the constraint of ethical engineering practice, grounded in science and engineering method and standards that have evolved over generations.
I would like to cite the definition provided by World Green Building Council 2021, which is a green building is a building that, in its design, construction or operation, reduces or eliminates negative impacts and can create positive impacts on our climate and natural environment. Green buildings preserve precious natural resources and improve our quality of life. Different countries and regions would have unique characteristics depending on climatic conditions, unique cultures and traditions, diverse building types and ages, or wide-ranging environmental, economic, and social priorities. In other words, a green building is one which is designed to ensure outstanding efficiency in energy use, water use, and sustainability of materials used in construction. In Malaysia, specifically for buildings, the government promotes the application of renewable energy and energy efficiency in buildings such as solar photovoltaic, rainwater harvesting, phasing out of incandescent lights, and the application of Green Building Index. For your information, Malaysian civil engineers are referring on the Green Building Index (GBI) to design green buildings for society to have a positive living environment. GBI is Malaysia's green rating tool for buildings and towns, created to promote sustainability in the built environment and raise awareness of environmental issues among developers, architects, engineers, planners, designers, contractors, and the general public about environmental issues and our responsibility to the future generations. There are 6 main reasons why choosing a green building in Malaysia to call home is a really good idea. They are measured across 6 major areas, which are energy efficiency, indoor environmental quality, materials and resources, sustainable planning and management, water efficiency, and innovation. Malaysia actually have 389 registered GBI projects in Malaysia. Selangor is leading in terms of having the largest number of registered Green Building Index GBI projects, totally 166, with Kuala Lumpur following closely behind with 117. Example of green building in Malaysia is Bukit Bintang City Centre (BBC) at Kuala Lumpur. The iconic development of Bukit Bintang City Centre (BBCC) is among a number of flagship green building developments springing up across Kuala Lumpur. BBCC will also include what's soon to be Malaysia's tallest building, with the PNB 188 skyscraper set to stretch over 2,000 feet into the air above downtown Kuala Lumpur. The integrated green development will include green outdoor areas and landscaping as part of a connected building ecosystem, with the highlight in the form of a stunning rooftop park. This greenery is not only designed as part of the external space, but interweaves with the building structure to enhance ambience, aesthetics, and green living environment for residents.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Fatin, and without wasting time, I will share feedback from our UTHM civil engineering lecturer, who is Professor Madya Dr. Tan Lai Wai, regarding our topic. According to Dr. Tan, future designs of green building in Malaysia need to have these features, which is buildings with improved lighting, better air quality, and more greenery. By improving those features, it will help to improve air quality by reducing emissions from buildings and cities. Other than that, Dr. Tan also pointed for structures that are adaptable to changing global climate for our future designs. It will help to improve sustainability with net zero emissions. Most importantly, for the future Malaysia, we need to have buildings that is made of responsibly sourced materials such as timber. Why? Because it will sustainably manage forest, halt and reverse land degradation, combat desertification, and halt biodiversity loss. So, as we can conclude here, we as civil engineers, we do cares about environment, and we are trying our best to keep and conserve our environment for the future of Greenery Malaysia.